So remember, we have a complete program. We have products that work together in synergy. And the next product I want to move on to is a product called Restoriix. Now, Restoriix is our detox. We want you to bring your cellular nutrition up. We want you to rid your body of that excess fat. But we also understand that our environment is highly polluted. When you look at our government studies, our EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, says that the indoor air pollution is 70% more toxic than outdoor air. We've been led to believe that these plug-in air fresheners and all the other chemicals we use in our house are okay and safe for us. But really, they get into our body and our bloodstream, and they're not good for us. So we wanted to create a daily detox. Because when you look at the cord blood of infants all over the United States, what are you finding? Or in breast milk of mothers, you're finding arsenic and lead and mercury and all types of chemicals that honestly shouldn't be in those mothers. But our environment, our air quality is polluted. And we understand that detox is critical to longevity, and we really want you to live a long, long life. So we created this product called Restoriix. And Restoriix also plays a fundamental role in the Slenderize program. Let me show you why. Remember, Slenderize isn't a diet, it is a lifestyle. And you see, what happens is when we have excess fat in our body, our bodies are really quite brilliant. It takes all the toxins in our system, and it takes those toxins and it stores it in our fatty tissue. Well, then when we lose weight, what happens? Take a look. You release those toxins, you mobilize them, and then your body has a lot of those different toxins that were stored in your fat. Your fat is kind of like a suitcase for those toxins, and then you release them into the body. Well, if you do like everybody else does in the weight loss industry, and you don't do some type of cellular cleansing or detox, the body really wants to put fat back on the system to just shuttle all those toxins back into those suitcases. So remember, we're about longevity. We want you to maintain this healthy lifestyle. We want you to move over to the body that really honestly is clean, is healthy. So when you release those toxins, we have a product that acts like a million little sponges going around the system, sucking up all those unwanted substances and taking them out, so you can understand that healthy really does look great. And Dr. Strand, you know, I know you have something to say about this as well.
Well, yeah, I look at Restoriix as a detox center in a bottle. I've sent many of my patients to detox centers. It costs $10,000 to $15,000 a week, and now we've got a product that you can take right at your home and help detox. Because when you start losing weight and you start mobilizing these toxins, you got to get them out of the body, and that's where Restoriix comes in. You don't want them to redeposit in the body. You want to clean them out, because we know that heavy metals and toxins and all these actually increase the number of free radicals you're producing, make you much more vulnerable to these chronic degenerative diseases we're all trying to avoid. And so this is a key thing, and so it's the other side of the coin. We also realize that taking the optimals is going to allow you to nourish your body like you never have before, so you're going to be able to detox even better. But when you combine them, it is a true detox program. So we not only want to lose weight, we want to get the toxins out, we want to protect and maintain your health. And it is a wonderful product, and I think you need to share just some of the details better of how this product works.
Okay, I'll do that. And first, let me just kind of reiterate why it's important. We've got industry. The Yale cancer maps really put pollution on the map, for a lack of better words. What they did is they went around the United States and studied the highest levels of cancer, and then they went around, they studied the highest levels of pollution, and they put those two maps together. What happened? They matched. We know that industry releases heavy metals into our environment, releases heavy metals into our ground, goes into our foods, has gone into our water, it goes into our fish, and what happens is the human body, our detox mechanism, is unable to detox detoxify all those toxins. We know it. The medical literature tells us this, and so that is why we created, I love Dr. Strand's line, is a kind of a detox center in a bottle. It's designed to really be used every day. Let me tell you the best way to take it, because it is a green product. So when you mix it with a little bit of water and fresh lemon juice, stir it up and take a little detox shot in the morning or at night is the best way to take it. One of the main ingredients in Restoriix, Restoriix has many great ingredients, but one of the main ingredients is zeolite. And what zeolite is just this magnificent crystal, essentially, that is formed when lava, the ash from lava, hits seawater, salt water. And it takes hundreds and hundreds of years to create these really beautiful crystals. What's interesting about these crystals is they're highly unique. They are negative ions in the mineral world. And it was first discovered in Chernobyl when they dumped these crystals into the water that was exposed to radiation, and all the radiation kind of got sucked up into these crystals, and it cleaned the water out. Well, there's a doctor over in Austria called Dr. Pancheo who has received 2 patents on his zeolite. And this is where we get our zeolite. Now, an example on the details that matters, I could buy zeolite right here in Utah at our manufacturing facility for 1/10 of the price that I pay to bring it all the way in from Europe. Because the doctor who figured out how to micronize and process the zeolite that we use, figured out how to create more surface structure. So the zeolite is much more potent. And it's micronized in a way where it's very effective in the body. And essentially, when you look under a microscope, it's like a honeycomb. And it goes into the body acting like a sponge, completely safe and non-toxic, and it gathers up all those positive ions. And those positive ions are all the substances we don't want in our system. And this is one of many ingredients in the product. I mean, the product has ingredients that help balance your pH, that help deal with digestion, that help you have better breath. I mean, it is a beautiful product. Take it with a little lemon juice, water in the morning and in the evening, and you might experience remarkable results. But we're on the fast track tonight. I could talk well over an hour just on Restoriix, but let's move on.